biggest mistake I ever made as a parent, in my opinion, was letting my children go to public school. The second biggest mistake was letting them go to a school at all. The purpose of school is to manufacture employees for businesses. It's not to teach your children to be smart. There's a book that I would recommend highly. It's called Weapons of Mass Instruction by John Taylor Gatto. He was the 5-time teacher of the year in New York, in the state of New York, 5-time teacher of the year. And he became totally disillusioned when he realized that the purpose of being a school teacher was not to teach math. I think that maybe he taught English or math. He said, I became disillusioned the day I realized my job was not to teach math, but my job was to teach school. Think about it. In school, they teach you that nothing is important. Well, how do they do that? It's the only place that you will ever work in your life where you work on something for 45 or 55 minutes and then a bell rings and you close your book. You don't care about that anymore until tomorrow. It doesn't make any sense. And the reason they use bells in schools is because that's what they used on the assembly lines. Lunchtime, ring a bell. Okay, go to lunch. Ring a bell again. You come back from lunch. Like the whole thing was programmed for a stimulus response. We still tell our children, well, if you want to do well in life, you got to go to college, get a degree. Well, the only reason we tell them that is because that's what we're expected to tell them. We haven't really thought about it.
The reason why it hasn't really been thought about is because the people with the information are either being locked up or they're being eliminated, unalived. Everybody's being taken out. You guys have to understand this is a system that they designed because the people like us with my skin color have been imported to this country. We can't be deported. So they have to find a system to oppress us. So they have to put us down like dogs, like they say, or lock us up in cages. You guys have to understand something. What is very important that you have to understand is you have to stop sending your children to school because in the school, the system is designed school to prison pipeline. You can look it up. School to prison pipeline. It's the same thing, just like being programmed when you go to work. It's no difference. It's the same thing. You have to learn to teach your children to be like you and the things that you've learned from your elders and your ancestors and all of our ancestors. We have to learn to come together and start sharing stories. They have us so separate with these devices. We must learn to use these devices as mechanisms of communication so we can communicate with each other and share everything with each other and stop being so selfish. It's very important for you guys to understand that. For example, once you guys understand that they took out all of our leaders and they put and instilled fear into everyone. They've separated our families. You guys have to understand that. Now you guys idolize people who mean nothing. They tell you how they feel, whatever they want to say. And you guys have to understand that these people are planted as seeds, paid money. So you guys can idolize them and want what they have instead of trying to find your own paths. This shit that we have going on out here is designed like this. And I need you guys to understand that. It's designed this way to keep us at the bottom. African Americans are at the bottom of everything. All you guys worry about is what's the next thing to buy. We don't even know how to communicate with each other and process our emotions.